Have you ever looked at someone's life and thought, how are they doing all that? They are building something, creating content, making money, staying consistent, and meanwhile, you feel like you are pushing a mountain every single day. You wake up motivated, you try harder, you force yourself to work, but somehow everything still feels heavy, like you are swimming against a current that just will not let you move forward. And eventually you start believing something painful. Maybe I'm just not disciplined enough. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe other people just have something I do not. But here is something that nobody explains. Most people think success is about how hard you push. But real progress does not come from pushing, it comes from alignment. Because when you are misaligned with your life, your work, or even yourself, everything feels like resistance. You can wake up at 5 a.m., you can watch every productivity video, you can force discipline for months, but if you are moving in the wrong direction for who you actually are, your mind will fight you the entire way. That's why some people look lazy from the outside, but suddenly succeed when they find the thing that fits them. And it's also why some of the hardest working people in the world still feel stuck. Because effort alone does not create momentum, alignment does. Alignment means your actions, your energy, your interests, and your direction are all moving the same way. Imagine trying to push a car with the brakes on. You can push with everything you have sweat, struggle, frustration, but the car barely moves. Now imagine someone simply releases the brake. Suddenly, the same amount of force moves the car easily. That's what alignment does to your life. It does not remove effort, but it removes unnecessary resistance. And most of the exhaustion people feel in life is not from effort, it's from misalignment. Think about the times you felt completely alive doing something. You did not need motivation, you did not need someone reminding you, you did not need discipline videos, you just did it. Hours passed without you noticing. That's alignment. Your mind was not fighting the process. Your energy was not leaking everywhere. You were not forcing yourself forward. You were flowing forward. And here's the strange part. When someone is aligned with what they are doing, they actually end up working harder than everyone else. But it does not feel like suffering, it feels like momentum. Because when the direction is right, effort becomes fuel instead of friction. The problem is most people are taught the wrong lesson. They are told work harder, push more, sleep less, discipline everything. But almost nobody tells them to ask the most important question: is the direction even right for me? Because if the direction is wrong, more effort just means more exhaustion. It's like climbing a ladder faster, only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. And that's why so many people reach a point where they feel completely drained. Not because they are weak, but because their life has turned into constant resistance. They are trying to force a version of themselves that does not actually fit them. And eventually, your mind starts protecting you. You procrastinate, you avoid things, you lose motivation, and it feels like you are broken. But sometimes procrastination is not laziness. Sometimes it's your mind saying this path is not aligned with you, and forcing yourself harder will not fix that. Now, this does not mean you quit every time something feels hard. Alignment is not about comfort. Sometimes the most aligned path in your life will still be difficult, but there is a difference between difficulty and constant internal resistance. Difficulty feels like growth, resistance feels like you are betraying yourself. When you are aligned, even hard work carries a strange kind of peace. You are tired but fulfilled. You are challenged but alive. You are stretched but not broken. Because something inside you knows this is the direction I am supposed to move in. But when you are misaligned, everything becomes a fight. You have to force motivation every day. You need external pressure just to keep going. You keep telling yourself, maybe tomorrow I will finally feel motivated. But tomorrow comes and the same heaviness returns. And slowly you start doubting yourself. You start believing you are just not built for success. But the truth is much simpler. You are trying to run a race that was never meant for you. And here's the scary part: society rewards imitation. People see someone successful and think, I should do exactly what they did. But what worked for them might be completely misaligned with you. Their personality, strengths, curiosity, energy, story, alignment is personal. It's not something you copy, it's something you discover. And discovery takes honesty. You have to be willing to ask uncomfortable questions like, what actually excites me? What kind of work makes time disappear? What kind of problems do I naturally want to solve? What kind of life feels natural to me, not impressive to others? Because a lot of people are chasing lives that look good but feel empty once they reach them. And that's why some people become successful yet still feel lost. Success without alignment creates a strange kind of loneliness. You get everything you thought you wanted and still feel like something is missing. But when you are aligned, something different happens. Progress feels natural, ideas come easier, consistency becomes easier. Not because you are forcing discipline, but because the direction makes sense to your mind. Alignment turns effort into momentum. Instead of pushing every day, you start building something that pulls you forward. Your curiosity pulls you, your interest pulls you, your meaning pulls you, and when that happens, consistency stops being a battle, it becomes part of who you are. That's why the people who truly succeed long term are not always the most disciplined, they are the most aligned. Their work matches their nature, their direction matches their mind, their effort matches their energy, and because of that, they can keep going when others burn out. So, if you feel stuck right now, do not immediately assume you need more discipline. Ask a deeper question. Maybe the real problem is not effort, maybe the real problem is direction. Maybe you are pushing a life that does not actually fits you. Because the moment your life starts aligning with who you really are, something powerful happens. You stop forcing your path, and your path starts carrying you.